Okay, so it was the 2-year anniversary of the Dobbs decision, and as I said when I opened the show, that Lana did a live show last night on that. In particular, she did it on the 2-year anniversary, and go back and watch it. She had a lot of stories, different people, and it was a really good episode. So you might want to check that out. But Lana, since you talked about it last night, I know you talked about it a lot. Why don't you share your thoughts on that, and let me know what your thoughts are the day after the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I said last night. I think 2 years ago, when the decision was made, I just really didn't like. We knew it was going to be bad. We knew it was going to be really
You
bad.
didn't know the scope of everything just yet.
Yeah, like there's just so many scenarios I would have never, like I said last night, a cancer patient being denied their chemotherapy because they're pregnant and won't give them an abortion, but you can't take your chemotherapy because that would harm the unborn is asinine to me. Like, how did we get here? How did we get to a place where women are having miscarriages in toilets at home or at the hair salon or on the side of the road? Like, how did we get here? Did we get to a place where women are like carrying dead embryos and dead fetuses?
Yeah.
In their bodies,
Yeah.
being made to. The Supreme Court right now is hearing that case, trying to decide how sick a woman has to be before she can get an abortion in Idaho, because Idaho will only give it if the mother's going to die. So how sick does she have to be? Like how much flames have to be in your house before the fire department comes? It's like you call the fire department, they come over, they're like, yeah, it's not engulfed enough.
Right.
That's what they're saying so the Supreme Court has to figure out at what point. So it's like, okay, your uterus is all scarred up now, your liver is being damaged. That's not enough. Your heart rate's too strong. let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. And that's why women are being med flighted out of hospitals in Idaho, because they wait so long. Then the woman now is in critical condition that they have to med flight her out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary, scary thing, and I got some scary, scary videos that are clips that I'm going to play. But I also saw there are basically states that do not allow abortion, that they are providing basically maps of how you could get out of your state and travel to another one. What's the closest one that you can go to for where you live? And that's just, man, this isn't, it's not about, I'm just trying to think of any human being looking at another human being and saying, this woman is in pain, this woman's going to die, this baby's going to die, and you're saying, no, we don't care, and it's all based on some weird shit that's coming out of a book that, not all of us follow. So I don't understand, if I don't follow that book, why do I have to follow the rules of that book? There's nothing in the United States that tells me that I have to, but now they're trying to say, we're going to make it that way.
But is that in the Bible?
I don't even know. I have no idea. But it is but it is some sort of a religious thing, because I think it's one of those, like, they feel like it's murder. They're saying that, it is one of the 10 commandments, I guess, that thou shalt not kill. And their thought is that they're murdering the child. Do you have a thought real quick?
It's not a child. Like, it sells. It's like, I think these people are so, like, again, it's the stupidity of it all. When they think about a woman being pregnant, they immediately go to that picture of a round belly with like a fully formed baby in it, when it's not. It's like a pea-sized clump of cell.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about right now? It's
I wonder where we got. I mean, where was the point, or where was the part? I guess maybe before science and before doctors, is that the idea is that whatever was in your stomach was always a human fetus, and then we had some parts where science was able to come into the picture, and maybe because religion was so big that there was enough people to say, I don't care what science says, that'll never change my mind, and it went through generations, because you would think at some point people's minds would progress with the science part of it. But I think, obviously we have too many people in this country where their religious faith is trumps, for lack of a better term, science.
But it's ignorance, right? Because you could put these people in the room, put petri dishes in front of them, right? And be like, look around the room, show me where the child is.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to tell the cells that are going to form into an embryo and then into a fetus between like some cells that they took from a biopsy. Like, they're not going to be able to tell.
No question. I actually saw this clip of two people debating abortion, and I don't know who they were, but I think one of them was that Milos Eunakomis or whatever his name is. That really strange dude.
Yeah, the gay Trumper.
Yes, yeah. I think he was part of like the
pedophile too. I think he's like a
pedophile. Ben Shapiro channel, but then he got fired for some. I don't know, whatever.
I thought he got in trouble for like grooming.
It was something weird like that. I think it had something to do with kids. And again, they are the kid grooming experts. I literally, and not to get off subject, but I can go through Twitter every day, and there is a new person every day, a pastor, a MAGA person who has been arrested for some sort of child porn or child molestation or whatever the case is. And I swear to God, every single one of them, I go, let me see if this, let me put the name in Google and see if there's a separate article. And literally 100% of the time it is. But what I was going to say was they were debating, and the one guy held up a picture and he said, so you're telling me this human baby right here, you're saying this is a human? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, first of all, it's not even a human. It was a picture of like a donkey feet or something like that. Right. He couldn't tell, obviously, the difference. And, kind of got him to walk into that trap. So, but first of all, let's remind everybody the person behind all of this. In fact, he has absolutely no problem bragging about it whatsoever.
Rid of Roe v. Wade. Supreme Court justices and the Supreme Court ruled to end the moral and constitutional atrocity known as Roe v. Wade. Very important. We did the Roe v. Wade thing, which they've been trying to get it done. If it weren't for me with Roe v. Wade, you wouldn't even be talking about this. Getting rid of Roe v. Wade was an incredible thing.
I'm the one that got rid of Roe v. Wade.
And what I did by killing Roe v. Wade, which everyone said was impossible. For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it.
Donald Trump when I hear that, it just reminds me of maybe some director's kid. They said, all right, we'll give you one line in a movie, and he's just remembering Roe v. Wade, Roe v. Wade, Roe
yeah,
v.
Wade. I'm
Wade.
surprised he didn't mess that up. I was waiting for him to say something else.
Yeah.
So row your boat or something like.
And I'm sure at some point he probably did. But then if he said row your boat, we know what that's going to turn into. It's a sinking boat with electric batteries and sharks and fucking, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but that's the guy. That's the guy who is 100% behind it. He is 100% bragging about it. You can see him every once in a while walking it back because he's wondering if it's politically good for him. And, but he wears this. There's absolutely no question he wears this. And there is really nobody that should let him get away with anything otherwise.
Yeah, it's true. It's him. It's Trump's abortion ban. He did it. He did it. He doesn't care. So a rapist is telling women what to do with their bodies.
Correct. And not even just a rapist. You have
Convicted felon.
men, just men
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
general that are
Yeah.
always making these laws and rules, you
Yeah.
know, on what women should be doing with their bodies. And again, this too, that goes down to this whole religious mentality too. The religious mentality with a lot of men are women are our servants. They are not our equals. You know, we control them. We control everything about them. So that's why, you know, I've heard women that go to church all the time, and they, you know, that's why they shame women all the time for their sexuality, because if they discover their sexuality, they might discover that the guy that I'm banging probably isn't as great as I thought, and I'm going to go discover somebody else, and that's a shot to their ego. So they're going to just continue to ram that into their heads. You know, you see these, what do they call them? Trad wives. These, you know, they're called traditional wives, and they're these almost Stepford wife kind of women who have accepted their role, that Jesus has put them on the earth to serve her husband. And, you know, that kind of bullshit still goes on. And that's scary stuff. But speaking of scary stuff, and speaking of the church, there's a church called the Apologia Church in Arizona. Jeff Durbin is the pastor there. And he was recently on some show. I don't know what show he was on, but I'll play this clip, Lana, and wow.
Abortion should be considered a crime. It should be considered murder. You're unjustly taking the life of a human being, and so that's murder. And what I've said is what is the historic position of the Christian church, that if you take the life of a human being unjustly, then what the state owes you, if it's proven and it's true, is capital punishment. You forfeit your right to live.
Wow. So these are the drips of the Project 2025. These are the things that they truly feel should happen. Do I really think Donald Trump think that should happen? No, but he's not going to say it because he doesn't want to upset his little apple cart. But that guy truly believes that.
Right. Yeah. Women should be executed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a miscarriage, they're gonna execute you too. Like it's
yeah. I don't know. It's pretty damn scary.